batch of cars, ladies and gents, also includes a parade of Porsches, Spano and Ferrari, of course, and that's no ordinary Twizzy, Matt, is it? Even I know that.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I think where the rear seat was, there is a KERS system which was borrowed from F1 car. 6 engine in its middle. Versions of the SLR, its first shout. Right, yeah, there's a track variant of which they're only going to make 20. I think it's called the in it, and to help it around use, they've increased the cooling capacity of it to try.
Two McLarens, the P1 and the MP412C across the line then in the top paddock. Fantastic. Mary Jacks, isn't it?
That is, yeah.
I bet that's my cross.
By the smoke off the tyres, that is definitely my cross. I think he's in that all weekend actually. That's the Project 7, which has sort of got some throwbacks to the Z-Type. It's just something a bit special to showcase the F-Type. I mean, which is a lovely car in itself, but it's nice to see.
He's paid to develop.
He sort of has overall control of the way Jaguars and Land Rovers now kind of drive and feel when you're in them. Attributes, I think they call it, sort of chief attributes, man. Yeah, this is a wild first UK outing here, and that should be some machine. I haven't driven it yet. Some of my colleagues haven't. Say it is just spectacular. Possibly the best ever version of the world's best sports car.
Yeah, celebrating 50 years. And, you can't fail to have noticed the amazing sculpture on the lawn in front of Goodwood House with 3 of the best-selling 911s up high on the...
Anthony Reid, ladies and gentlemen, in the Noble M600.
Ah, excellent. And turns into all confused up the dust, but foot hard down in Anthony's inimitable way.
Yeah, it's a lovely car, the M600. I mean, they're a small manufacturer. They really do produce a car here, I think, that rides and handles and steers as well as anything. It really is utterly sensational, and they seem to be doing well. You know, just making the small volumes they wanted to make, and doing exceptionally well with this. What is a spectacularly good car to drive, and it's phenomenally quick, as out of reach as some of them are.
The outrageous Lamborghini Aventador, again, another all.
It's nice that it's nice that there's a supercar manufacturer still making cars as outrageous as Lamborghini
against Porsche and Ferrari. And now I think that is very well in the Continental GT. I also happen to know that is, I think, Autosport Editor-in-Chief.
Quite a feel right. There's 2 GT Speeds coming up, coupe and this convertible too.
And he's filming it as well, by the way, in his matching Derek Bell lid. Now what's special about this car? It's obviously probably the most powerful Bentley you can buy.
Indeed, this is the GT Speeds are the quick versions of the Continental Coupe. So, the 2 of them making their way up. They have an extra 49 horsepower over the standard W12, which isn't short now. So these are making 616 horsepower, and they cost about 15 grand more than standard. But they are, as you say, the fastest production Bentley.
Yeah, Derek not hanging around there as he flashes across the line.
Yeah, the way they manage their weight, because these cars probably tip the scales a little over 2 tons, and you wouldn't know it when you drive them, because they have an agility and a braking prowess that you.
I mean, you need a lot of power, don't you, to make that kind of weight go.
You do.
Go along quickly.
Yeah, you do, and they are. They are built, I think, in the traditional Bentley sense. They're exceptionally quick, but they're also refined, and you can drive on a very, very long distance with no trouble at all.
Yeah. And talking of lots of power, that's the BC63 Black, isn't it? The AMG.
It is. Yeah, this is one we weren't necessarily expecting if you look at the programme, but after a couple of cars that were in the Supercar run were not there anymore. a chap from Mercedes, very efficient man from Mercedes, said, "As it happens, I've got a spare '63 AMG Black Series. Would you like it to join the? Would you like it to join the runs?" And they're great fun. Great fun.
Yeah. Nissan's Supercar 370Z.
Yeah, this is the Nismo modified version, which is Nissan's sort of official tuning arm. It's got a bit more poke and it's a bit more fun, a bit more.
Nismo is to Nissan what AMG is to Mercedes.
Indeed, yeah.
The Rolls-Royce Wraith.
Yeah, it's moving quickly, isn't it? This is the
Just been Law's driving it.
That'll be why.
yeah, that would explain it. Rolls-Royce don't use the term sporting, but they do call it the most dynamic Rolls-Royce there has ever been. It's effectively, if you like, a coupe version of the Ghost Saloon, which is the small in Rolls-Royce terms. Saloon, but it is a wee bit sharper. It's quite a lot quicker, and but still there's comfortable room for 4 people inside it. And it feels like a Rolls-Royce auto.
Already at the top of the hill. We've got some great Rolls-Royces here this weekend. Actually, we've got 2 cars that come up at various times in the day. The 1913 Ghost and the 2013 Ghost. So cars spanning 100 years of Rolls-Royce history. That is
It's one of several Maseratis. That is the Grand Cabrio. There's also a Grand Turismo, which should also be a Goodwood going up as well, I think. And
The Cabrio has got Spano Sport boss Steve Mills driving it. It's the only Maserati we've seen so far.
Maserati which is going places. It tends to make, it has made in its history sort of between 5,000 and 8,000 cars a year, and decided they would rather make 50,000 a year for obvious reasons. So they've introduced some new models, including the new, which is sort of BMW 5 Series sized, costs from about £40,000, and importantly will come with a turbo diesel engine as well as a couple of V6s of flavours up to 400 horsepower. So it's a novel one for them, but such is the breadth of the global car market, the global luxury car market, that even a small piece of it is quite significant in Maserati terms.
Yeah. Is it the case that the recession-free?
Not entirely. I think what has happened is that new markets have emerged to compensate for the fact that the traditional markets are in a bit of a decline. So supercar manufacturers are probably making more cars than ever, but they're just selling them to places they've never sold before.
Yeah. Our supercars coming thick and fast, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's Aventador, the 458 Spyder Ferrari.
Cool. Ex-Grand Prix racer and sports car driver.
Lovely car, the 458 Spyder. I mean, Coupe Italia, or this one. Just the engine makes a terrific noise, and it's just got a lovely balance, and you've got to be fairly on your toes if you're on a tracking one, because they're quite sharp and quite aggressive between sort of neutral and oversteer, but they just feel like a proper weapon.
Fantastic, not hanging around either, is he? Here's another of the Ferraris we've got here this weekend.
There are 2 front engine Ferraris, of which this is the quicker. This is the F12, which is replacement effectively for the 599, but it's just become more bonkers by several stages in that it now makes over 700 horsepower. It is genuinely massively fast.
And you've had one at Auto.
We had one recently for a photo shoot and road drive, and we'll be doing a full 8-page road test a bit later in the year. Wow. The way Ferrari's track tests work, they have a car in Europe for track testing so that their sort of regional cars don't get damaged by
has 600 more with the Jaguar X behind the wheel.
before. And I now think it handles as well as any small sports car, arguably better than any of the other track markets. It's a terrific thing, such good fun.
Amazing machine, the 1-litre EcoBoost Ford.
Ford has grown wings EcoBoost engine, but this is an entirely road-legal single-seater.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. And I guess they, with the clever technology, they're getting a lot of power out of a 1 litre.
So they seem to be getting all the switch time. I've got it written down. I'll have a quick look for you.
Ford EcoBoost makes its way up to the top of the hill. The BMW M6 Grand Coupe. That's a new machine, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The Grand Coupe is, if you like, a 4-door coupe in the spirit of the Mercedes CLS, and it's just the Volkswagen Passat CC. You know, we always got used to the fact that coupes should have 2 doors, but I think manufacturers realise that, you know what, people would like the look of a coupe, but can't quite stand the inconvenience of a 2-door car. So the Grand Coupe is that, and the M6 Grand Coupe is expect BMW's quickest version of it. It's good looking and good fun to drive.
Davide Valsecchi in the Lotus just leaving the line.
Lotus F1 test driver and reigning GP2 champion Davide Valsecchi, as we see the new Range Rover Sport on its door handles.
That's a bit like the Bentley. That's another car that you can't quite believe is doing what it's doing when you accelerate and brake in it. You think this is a car of this size ought not to be doing that sort of thing, but it's very good fun.
Someone stuck a windscreen on a KTM X-Bow.
Yeah, they have. I think one of the issues the original X-Bow has is that you do get an awful lot of wind buffeting, even when you're wearing a helmet, which I think most people do. There's just some buffeting around the head, and you don't sit as low as you might in some of its rivals either. So I think this windscreen and wraparound windscreen as doors are there to compensate for that. But it also comes with a roof panel you can pop on, right? To keep it clear, and it's got a wash wipe and everything, so I think it also turns it into not just a track day weapon, but one that you could drive to and from a circuit over a large distance in a lot more comfort than before. So I think it's a sort of fairly natural and very sensible progression from KTM. And the X-Bow's good, very good fun anyway. It's all carbon fibre, which is unusual. Most cars of that ilk have an aluminium or steel space frame chassis, but yeah, built in pretty much entirely from a carbon fibre tub, which goes through some issues during development because they didn't expect it to be quite as expensive to make as it turned out. But that's made it a lovely niche product. It's a really beautiful piece of product design. Wonderfully put together.
Now there's a car
Infinity on the car where they put the Infinity advertising. They said that brand awareness has risen dramatically, much more than they expected.
13 Ghost. I'll leave you to work out which one's which, but two machines spanning 100 years of Rolls-Royce, and of course the factory's over the road.
Yeah, just down the road. In fact, I think both of these cars have just enjoyed the cars all absolutely. Yeah.
Not sure who Chris has got on board with him. Possibly a competition winner. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a very special Festival of Speed welcome. Chris Evans. Bit of a traffic jam down there now. It's a glorious machine, isn't it? That front engine Ferrari sports racer of the 1950s. Leading the parade is the of Magnificent 7. Which I notice includes an F40. There, where the hill climb course pops back out into the Sunday afternoon sunshine before finishing along the avenue of trees at the top.